Hello and thank you for watching. This is STSC back again with LEGO Transformers Optimus Primal. Now, as you might have been able to guess from my intro music, I'm a big Beast Wars fan. In fact, it's probably my favorite of all the Transformers cartoons. So it was only a matter of time before I got around to building the characters from it, and I decided to start with the boss monkey himself, Optimus Primal. And here he is in his gorilla form. And I think he has the vibe of an animal you'd see in a LEGO creator set, just with a couple robot bits poking out. Mostly around the back, where you can see these two struts and his robot mode crotch kind of just hanging out on his back. There's also some small spots of red and white that poke through from his robot mode, unfortunately. And if you prefer, he can be put into a makeshift knuckle dragger pose. Though personally, I prefer the more cartoon-accurate bipedal pose. For articulation, Primal's head is unfortunately just kind of locked in place. You can kind of get him to nod a little bit, but there's not really any useful articulation. Then at the shoulders, he has a universal joint, so they can swing around and swing out. At the elbows, he has a bend, but it's really hindered by the bulk of the arms, so it can't really bend at all. At the hips, he has a universal joint that can kick forward, but unfortunately it can't really kick back. Can kick outwards a little bit, but it is kind of awkward looking. And last but not least, you can swivel his little feet. For a size comparison, here we have a minifigure. And here we have Red Tail. That's all for the gorilla mode, so now it's time to transform. Or in this case, maximize. And here we have Optimus Primal in his robot mode. And I really love the chunky proportions he has here. It's a little exaggerated compared to his cartoon model, but I think it looks pretty awesome. From behind, you can see he doesn't really have any kibble, but obviously that's because he went from a humanoid animal to a humanoid robot. So it would be pretty weird if he did have kibble here. For articulation, his head can look left and right, as well as up and down. At the shoulders, he has a universal joint, which allows them to go forward and back, as well as in and out, though you have to be careful because when you move it back down, the shoulder pad will usually come back with it. The elbow joint has been freed up, and now can get a full 90 degrees. At the waist, he has a swivel, then he has universal joint hips that allow for forward and back movement, as well as in and out. At the knee, he has a 90-degree hinge, and a swivel below it. Obviously, a swivel above would have been better for articulation, but it's better than nothing. Primal's articulation is nothing special, but I think he has just enough to look pretty dynamic most of the time. For size comparison, here we have a minifigure. And here we have Red Tail. I've grown to really love Big Bot's robot mode, and I think it turned out just prime. But that's all I have to say about Boss Monkey, so I'll see you next time.